body drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, get the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Check 13.
On second down, Cook. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Game situation. Let's go. Mike 50. Hey, zoom. Check back, check back.
Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
50. Pull it together. Mike's 50.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Mike 51.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Finds a seam inside the 40. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Hey, Alpha. Let's make it.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Used to have a coach who tells us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Hey, wahoo! I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Right here, guys. First. 51. I'm on. Mike 51. Mike 51.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Gun. Hey, no, look, hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Check that out. Hey, exit. Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50. Yo. Hey, check. Here we go.
Again, it's Cousins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Vikings.
Yo.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike 50. Here we go.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Right. 180. 54 Mike. Great.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Here we go. Backman. 280. Check. Crunch.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Vikings, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise... He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bring up 48. Good routes here. Hey, Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Watch the shift, smooth. Watch the shift. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. He can't hang.
Now Cousins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Black. Here, one. Mike. Hey, Haywood. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Black. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. He runs. Hey, seam 6.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. You can't block me. Hey, no, easy. Hey, foxtrot. Watch the out. Mike's 50.
Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, he obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Listen to me. Hey, Echo.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First down, Eagles.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And some space here. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Go! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! 51's the mic, boy. 51. Hey, Steamer! It's our time, guys. It's our time.
First down. Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 30.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Here I come again. Kill Ringo 48. Kill line out.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I'm coming for you, son. Gun. Check 25.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I know you ain't got
Cousins on first down. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Tookie's the mic. Tookie's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Mark 50. Mark 50. Mark 50.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second and 10, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Big stop, G.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Go, Mike.
Hey, gun.
Hey, let's go. Come across.
Good route here.
Bring it.
Hey, high 7.
Watch the fly.
Throwing is Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And Rudolph has it left side. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Mike 51. I got one.
Hey, wahoo.
51's the Mike.
Cousins again. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. On third down, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53, Mike 53.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Flush to his right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Bailey able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, exit. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Wide.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Gun.
51. Come on, D.
Yellow.
51. Smooth. 3 buzz. Hey, Mike 51.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Listen to me.
Watch a slant.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check, 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 check.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets them into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Check, 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 check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Right there, 54, right there, right
there. Hey, Echo.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, Charlie.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Cousins. The open man is Smith. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And Cook has it left side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. First down. Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, high 7.
Right. 53's the mic.
Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, kill.
Mike's 54.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT in the game. Instead, 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, that's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready? Lucky 50.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, Clifford. 2. Hey, wahoo. Go on.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Wentz to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jahan, lady!
3, Mike. I'm here all day.
Hey, Ken!
53 is the Mike.
Smooth!
The Mike. Let's go one more. 53 is the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
53 is Mike. Hey, man.
First!
Watch the boot.
Where's the hot?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit.